this is Phil again. I just want to send out a message about people who are experiencing edema, swelling in their legs, swelling in their ankles and their feet, that the doctors will pound you with LASIX, and the LASIX will probably not work. But if you try fasting, you would be amazed at how fast your body will pull that water out of your tissues. And it just happens because you stop eating solid food for a couple of days. Now obviously if you're on medicines or if you're diabetic, you have to get some form of medical counseling before you start a fast, okay? But if you're swelling, if you've got edema, please consider fasting. If you want to get some really great information about fasting, see Dr. Jamnadas, Jamnadas on YouTube, and Dr. Sten Ekberg on YouTube. These two doctors are brilliant, and they will give you all the information you need to do about fasting. In my channel here at Phil4986, you'll see where my legs were swollen, and I fasted for like 3 days, and on the second day the swelling went away. And what shocked me was that, and this is something a doctor never tells you about swelling feet or legs or ankles. It could be a particular food that you eat that causes 4 days of swelling. Imagine if you're eating a food that your body's allergic to, and you don't know what it is. It's delicious. You love to eat it every day. It tastes good. You put it down in your gut, and then all of a sudden your feet and legs swell. And they don't just swell for a day. You've already gone number 2 and the food's gone, and your feet and legs are still swollen because your body's allergic to that particular food. You have to find out what that food is and prevent yourself from eating that particular food. Nobody ever told us that. My wife had edema for years. Nobody ever told us that. Nobody ever told us about fasting. And I found all this out after my wife passed away. And I'm just sending a message to you. If your feet, your ankles, and your legs are swelling. I saw a lady, a wonderful lady that I did work for. Her arms were swollen from the wrist. She had edema this much on her arms. And I couldn't say anything to her because she's a customer. I can't. And she was probably embarrassed that she looked like that. But she's dealing with massive edema all over her body. And with fasting, it could potentially save her life. So I'm just telling you, fasting is something you need to start doing. And if you're on medicines, you got to be careful because the medicine will become much more powerful. If you're a diabetic, you got to be careful because as soon as you start fasting, your blood sugar is going to drop like a rock. Now you have to manage it however you can manage it. If you've got to use whatever you use to keep your blood sugar up slightly so you don't want to pass out. But fasting is a great way to help stop edema. Edema is something that needs to be dealt with immediately. Don't wait. Don't accept edema in your life because it's very damaging and very limiting to your movement. I was surprised when my feet and ankles swelled up. It felt just like having an ace bandage wrapped around my ankle. And my wife dealt with that for years. And we just never knew about fasting. We never knew about the allergic food response. All we knew about was take more LASIX, take more LASIX, take more LASIX. Don't eat any salt, take more LASIX, take more LASIX. Don't eat any salt, take more LASIX, take more LASIX. That was ridiculous. So anyway, try fasting, it works, okay? I just want to pass that on. Have a good one, folks. Oh, and obviously, don't drink any Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. The aspartame's poison, Splenda and sucralose are poison. This stuff's poison. So anyway, have a good one.